Hello, loves. How are you? I am Divine Celion. Welcome into our space. This is a channeled message, channeled talk. It's going to be kind of lengthy. And I must preface you for this talk. So, let me give you the parameters of this talk in this meeting space. Okay? One, this is being said with the utmost love and respect. Even though it may not sound that way, it is. Okay? I want you to understand that. It is. All right? Two, if this does not resonate with you, leave it where it's at. Okay? I'm laughing at the train because it's going to hit some of you like that. It's not a talk that I usually give in the way that I'm going to give it. So it's going to shock some of you. That's understandable. Okay? Three, if you get triggered, please stop the video and take a moment because this is going to trigger some people. This warning is going to hurt some people's feelings. Some of you are going to feel like I'm not on your side and you don't know who you've been looking at this whole time. That just means you really don't know me and you don't understand. That's all that means. And I'm not going to take offense. But I'm not going to take negative comments either because I'm saying this with love. And the only way we move is when someone comes up in our face and tells us we need to move. Okay? 4, and last one. Try using love when you're listening to this message. If some of this resonates with you and this is what you're doing, and it upsets you to hear it, try to sit with love in it and hear it. Because again, it's being said with love. I don't know you, and I have no personal vendetta against you. I don't need your energy. I don't need anything you have but the love you have to give. So I have no, I'm not getting anything by telling you this except the pleasure of doing my job. That's it. Okay? So if you feel like I'm browbeating you and being mean, what would I gain from doing that? What do we ever gain from doing that to anybody? Not a damn thing. Okay? All right. Just wanted that said. Okay. So, for those of you that don't know me, I am Divine Celion. I am a healer. I'm a seer. I don't put labels where the psychic me. I don't do all that shit. I don't care. You pick up what you pick up from me. Okay? Some people feel the need to make the distinction. You go in and do that, boo-boo. I really don't care. I'm here for my path and my job. That's what I care about. And that's the only label I care about. Other than that, I don't live in labels. I don't believe in them. So I don't use them for try not to use them for myself. But we do because that's the world we live in. But I don't use a lot of other labels and people get mad. Oh, well, I don't choose to live by yours or those labels. Not going to. So, I am me. I am. And that's the best way that I could say it. Okay, loves, let's get into it. So, this message is split 2 ways. Okay? 1, it is for those that are walking the path but are victims. And some of you don't think you're victims, and you are victims. You allow yourself to be one. The other is for those when it's time for you to get up and do. You've been told what to do, but your ass is still sitting there. You understand? And that's a no. You're not allowed to. So let's get into the first one, the victims. Now, again, y'all, I love you. And I'm telling you because as you sit in victimhood, you don't move. Okay? So we're going to address that first. Right, loves. Now, let's start with the ones victim, right? Everyone needs some help in their life at some point. Everybody does. And it is absolutely okay to reach out for it and ask for it. What is not okay is when you receive help, you keep rehashing the story. You keep talking about it. So say, for example, you've gone through it, right? You explain it to someone else. A lot has happened to you. A lot has happened to all of us. And when you're done, what do we always do? There's always a detail we leave out, right? And wait, I gotta tell you this other thing. Does not change the outcome of what you need to do. But you feel the need to share it, so we're kind enough to listen. Most of us, right? And we'll tell you, we'll guide you, we'll coach you on the right actions to take, or we'll coach you on how you need to find the right actions to take, because that's more effective. And what do some of you do? You keep telling the fucking story. You keep adding details that we don't need to have. 2, you keep trying to get the person who's coaching you to see it your way and agree with you, and that's not what we're there for. We're there so you can see it and you can make the change that's right for you, because your perception is not our perception. Okay? There are universal boundaries, and there's universal things that we all go through and we all live through and deal with. That's common. And that's where we coach you on those commonality things. But we don't have to see it your way. We have to recognize the patterns when we're coaching you. Okay? 3, or you're so much of a victim. You believe that narrative that you can't see your way out, nor do you really want to, because if you keep adding to the story, the person won't leave you that's coaching you, so you become dependent. 4, you need to validate your challenges and issues by someone else when you've lived them and you already know them. You've been through them. 5, you want to talk, but you don't want a solution. You just want to talk and vent. And you find multiple people to talk and vent to, because when they give you the answer or coach you, you don't like the answer because it requires work that you and only you have to do. And you don't want to do it. So you stop talking to that person, you go and talk to somebody else, and they tell you the same thing, you get mad. You don't talk to that person, you go and talk to somebody else because you don't want to do the work. Let me tell you something, and I'm saying this in the utmost love. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. 6, using your victimhood as manipulation to get attention from other people that have precious time of what they're doing. Let me say this to you. You know the saying, God helps those who help themselves, right? Because you have to show spirit that you're taking initiative and somewhere withal to change the issue yourself. Okay? You're not going to be helped if you don't do the work yourself. Now, a lot of people that play victimhood and been through things want someone to pick them up and save them. We are not Captain Save-A-Ho. Our time is as precious as your time. Our time is not to be given to you for free all the time. There's an equal exchange. Usually, it's a material item in exchange for energy. A lot of us have no problem helping you, but a lot of you expect something for nothing. No, it doesn't work like that. There has to be an equal exchange because that keeps the flow going. That is why you pay for readings. That is why you pay for magic. That is why, even if it's a prayer, you're paying. You must sacrifice something for your healing. In prayer, you sacrifice something. You got to give something up that you're doing wrong. That's a sacrifice. Even the most minuscule thing. So let me explain something to you, those people that play victims. Okay? And let me put it in perspective. We that are star seeds, that are, I don't want to use chosen in this aspect, but that have made an agreement to come back and help. We made an agreement to help the people on this plane, help everyone. Okay? That does not mean we're to be used. That does not mean we are your personal therapists. That does not mean you dump on us and you come to us for answers that you are not doing the work to find. That does not mean you take our genius and you use our genius for your answers, and when it doesn't work, you blame who? Us. No, it doesn't work that way. And forgive me if I'm speaking to you like, forgive the term. Some people will call it like you're slow. No. I'm speaking to you this way, and I'm articulating this way so that you understand clearly what I'm trying to say. We love you. We made a contract to be here to help you. But, and we are not at your beck and call. We have our own lives to live. We have our own lessons. We may be star seeds and indigo children and all of those in that group. But we have our own lessons we have to learn, because we have to learn them to be able to teach you, so we experience them. Some of us come here with nothing fucking wrong and no karma. We just experience to be able to teach you. Do you understand? Some of us are carrying other people's and the bloodlines we were born into. Unfairly, we carry it because we can. We're strong enough to. Okay? Now, to those of you that are victims, your first and foremost goal should be an answer. And with any answer and with any goal, you set steps to achieve those goals. Do you not? You set up systems to achieve those goals. Do you not? Who can save you? You. Who can guide and show you? Others. But you're the one who saves you, not us. So when you have the story of what has happened to you, right? That's tragic. And you keep fucking telling the story. Get to the point or the part where you're asking for help, not repeating your story, because that does nothing for us to be able to help you. We're not going to jump up and say, do you want help? No, you got to be able to say, can you please help me? Along with that, when you ask, you must be open to receive. We're not going to run after you. Not our job. We're not going to sit up and beg you to help you. That's our time. That's precious. When you come to somebody and you need help, be specific what you need. Help us to help you. Don't sit up and blame love because you got a love lesson that you couldn't take because you didn't pay attention to what the trends and the patterns were. Don't sit up and blame God because it was brought to you because years before you asked for something. And in order to receive that something, and if it was love or a job or something that you didn't know how to do, Did you not have to walk a path to learn how to do it so you can get to what you asked for? Also understand that things will repeat in a loop for you because it's waiting for who? You to get the lesson. Do you understand? We don't need the extra details if they're not important. And it doesn't change the outcome of the whole picture. We don't need, when we meet with you, to repeat the same fucking story over and over again. We know your story. What we need you to see is you know your story. Why do you keep repeating it and living it when you need an answer to break it? When are you going to ask for the answer? Or do you just want to vent? If you just want to vent, then we're the wrong ones to vent to. Starseeds and indigo children, and those of us like that, are here to help you, but our time is precious. We can't waste it on those who don't want an answer. There's plenty of people who will listen to you and just hear you vent, but we don't have time for that. That's not what we're here for. We signed a contract to help. Venting can help, but some of you keep venting with no result in sight. That's like a business, and you have a business meeting and you guys are complaining, but no one comes with the fucking result or the fucking answer to solve the problem. And so you've wasted everyone's time sitting up griping and not solving the fucking problem, or not letting us help you solve the fucking problem. Do you understand? What is the point of it then? Just so you can vent? Neither one of us get anything out of that time. You vent to find answers, to get over the behavior, and to get over the trauma, to get over what was done to you so you can move forward and make permanent change in your life. That's why we're here. We're here so you find the love of you and you understand how worthy and precious you are to everything around you. That's why we're here. We are not here to let you sit in a space where you just sit there, unless that's what you want to do. And then we will say, we love you, bye-bye, call us when you're ready to move forward. You do not waste our time. And you do not waste yours with nothing. Now, am I saying your griping is nothing? No, but you're griping without a result at the end that we find together, or you find, is a waste of time. Unless in your speaking and talking, you realize something to bring about your answer. That's why we talk things out. Because you're supposed to find your answer in it. Do you understand? When you want help and you're ready for help and you're willing for help and you're open to that help and you're ready to do the work, then you call a star seed and an indigo child. Because our contracts are specific for what we do. Okay? For those that want the attention, look at yourself. Why do you just want attention? Why are you telling your story just to get attention? Because you never had it? Do you give it to yourself? Because that's the question you're going to get from me. Do you give it to yourself? Then why are you seeking it from me? You don't know me. See, things are tired of humans. Humans have the utmost potential, but you're children and sheep. You believe certain things, even when people show you opposite, you still hold on to that so hard as truth. Nothing is true. Perception is permitted. And just because everyone else thinks it's true does not make it true. It doesn't have to be true for you. There is no truth except universal truth. Other than that, everything else is perception. So, you as the victim, understand and you feel, and it's real, what happens to you, the results of it, but you don't understand you're the one who keeps feeding it to keep it going. And then you pull other people into your world to solve it, putting dependence and putting us to make us responsible for the change you need to make. Let me tell you something. Whenever you go to any coach, therapist, or whatever, we are not responsible for the change you make. You are. I'm going to say this and I'm going to lean forward so you can see my face clearly. You are responsible. You are solely responsible. Are you solely responsible for your trauma? No. Are you solely responsible for your abuse? No. Are you solely responsible for what happened to you? No. Other people were involved, but you are solely responsible for how you perceive it, how you take it in, how you process it out, how you transmute it. Everything that you do with it is on you. And the after effects are long lasting, past what was done to you. Therefore, all that psychology and subconscious shit and all that stuff that's going on in the background, that's you. That's you. And you have control over that. Hence why you're telling us your story. What are you doing about your story? Now, some of you listening to me must say, well, I don't know what to do. That's why I'm coming to you. Then you didn't hear what the fuck I said in the first parts of this video. In the first, I would say starting at time 11. You didn't hear what I said then. Why would you get mad? It's your story. And you're asking us to hear it. We can say yes or no. We can choose to help you or not. We don't have to. You can choose to help yourself or not. You don't have to. And some of you aren't. And then you wonder why your life is the way that it is. I'm sorry it is. I am. We have all been through stuff. But the difference between those who keep walking and those who don't is that we refuse to be a victim because victimhood don't mean shit. At the end of victimhood, you still got to find the answer. So why the fuck would we walk in that? At the end of it, we still have to find and do the work. The person that's helping us doesn't. That's the reality. Okay? So be real. Be real with people's time. Be real with yours. Be real with what you expect. Be real. If you are a victim, then be a real fucking victim. Okay? Don't be a real phony. And a lot of you are real phonies. You walk around like you believe something wonderful about yourself and you really don't. And you're stuck in that same fucking script. Ask how to get out of it. Ask how to move past it and we will help you. But you pay for our time. Whether conversation, whether material, whether food, whether offering, whatever. It's an equal exchange. Do you understand? Even if it's just love and love, it's still an equal exchange. It's still something given. Do you understand? You don't have to be a victim. But if you choose to be a victim, don't waste other people's time if you don't want an answer. Love you. Grow in you. Until you understand I need an answer and I can't live like this. I need something. Because we're not going to let you be dependent upon us. I never let a client be dependent upon me. And I don't work with everyone. A lot of star seeds and indigo children don't. because we can't. If you're not at a certain place of being so hungry to change and so ready to do the work, I can't work with you. You're not for me to work with. I'm so grateful to the friends and clients I have had who have made that choice, and baby, they were ready. They're like, I'm not doing this. I'm doing my work. And they check in with me. They let me know. We talk. We share love. But they're doing the work. That is why it's my pleasure to work with them and do whatever I can to help them, because they're putting in the work. They're making my time worth it. Even if they don't have much, they make my time worth it. And I learn from them, which is the other part. What can we learn from a victim other than teach someone else not to be one? But you already know that, don't you, victim? You already know that. Right? So stop. Stop blaming other people for what is happening to you. Get up and find an answer. Ask for one. Do research. If your family is fucking up with you, then choose a starting point to fix it instead of wallowing. Otherwise, it won't change. And the loop keeps going. Victims, I need you to understand you are not a victim, and you can change it at any time. Any moment you can change it. It's just a binary switch in your mind. That's it. You want to know how to do it? And this is why I'm talking to you. First, I was looking at YouTube and I learned something that was phenomenal. It was a show called True Value. And one of the guys, I can't remember his name, was talking about Steve Jobs. And I used to absolutely love Steve Jobs. Yes, he's an asshole. He was. But I used to absolutely love Steve Jobs, his vision. And I can only say it from that point that I know of him as a consumer. Okay, that's all I can say. Those of you that work with this man, I'm sorry, loves. But I can only say it from my perspective because that's all I know. Okay. There's a thing called signal versus noise. You want to know how to move forward? Wellness programs, a lot of people see them as woo-woo, and they don't go to them until something needs to happen. You don't go to a therapist until something happens and you can't seem to find the answer, right? But this was a simple way of doing, okay? And I realized in self-improvement work, we don't think of it as business processes. We don't think of it as money processes, but they are. Ooh, I'm so sorry. They are. Well, in 18 hours, Steve Jobs used to have 3 to 4 signals. Things that absolutely must be done in that 18 hours that you're awake. Okay? Or whatever it is. The rest was noise. He had an 80-20. 80% signal, 20% noise. Noise is what keeps you away from what you got to do. Now, I'm going to pause it for a minute because I understand as a mom, for example, right? You have a family. You have work. You have things that you got to do. You got to take care of. So some of you may be saying, well, how the hell am I supposed to do everything I take care of? Baby, some things got to stop. Some things got to slow because you're trying to build your success. This is something to build success for yourself, but it's also used in self-development. So when you're looking at you and there's things happening to you and family, friends, job, stuff doing things to you, and you're in this victim script, create 3 signals of change. 3 or 4 of change that you need to do, that you are going to accomplish while you're awake. Do a business signal. Do a self-help signal. Do a self-love signal if you want. You create the signals that you need to accomplish that day, but one of them should have to do with self-development. Okay? 1 or 2. Have more if you want, but make sure these are things you will accomplish, you must accomplish in that 18 hours or wherever you're at. Okay? Non-negotiable. So you can do it for anything that you need to accomplish in that time. But in this purposes, we're dealing with getting rid of victimhood and just doing the work. Getting rid of procrastination and just doing the work. Being there present to do the work. So one of those jobs, those works that you need to do is a signal. And you're also, if you need to write down the distractions you will not allow in this amount of time, you can do that. Things that always distract you. Now, in self-help world, you should. Here's why. Because have you ever noticed sometimes when you're trying to do work and then all of a sudden someone calls and it's that one person that always seems to know to call when you need to spend time with yourself? Nope. You are a noise. When there's another adult in the house that your kids can go to, but they're always coming to you. No, you're a noise. Go to that other adult. Set time for yourself to achieve your signals. Set time. Plan it out. Now, if you're somebody who hates planning out their day, well then your lack of organization may add to your victimhood. You got to be organized when you're doing self-work. People don't think of it like that. You are a business investment. How? If you get up and go to work every day or you own a business, at the basis of business is psychology. Everyone has a psychology that they move to. You know yours is a little off by how your life looks. Duh. Because that subconscious, unconscious, and you know, all of those, that's your psychology, how you think, how you feel, how you move, your temperament. That's all your psychology because it's how you believe you are to be. Your psyche drives everything. That includes your businesses. You are a business. If you are an entrepreneur or you work at a job, you're a business. You are a part of a business and you're a business. And how your psychology is affects your success in life and what you're looking at and what you see. And when you stay a victim, you affect that business you are. You affect the organizational flow. You affect other people at your job where they can't perform or can, depends on what you do, but you affect that organization. Do you understand? So your psychology is very important, especially if you're a business owner and you're trying to make money. You can't understand why you can't. Look at your psychology. Look at your psychological organizational system. Look at how you're organizing your life and you're prioritizing things. Your signal are your must-dos. Pay attention if when you're creating your signals, if any of them have anything to do with you and a self-development goal of you. Create a system that develops goals that runs on signals, not noise. And you will see change. Do you understand? Now, again, those of you that move like victims, believe you are a victim. You are supported. You are loved. You are needed. We're all needed. But we need you out of that because you're more than that. We need you to come to us when you want a real solution to your problem. Or, rather, have you see the solution. Or you're asking, please help me. I need a solution to my problem. If you come to me and you just gonna tell me about your problem and cry over it, and I'm gonna listen, and that's all you wanted, are you gonna pay for that? You come to someone like me, Star Season Indigo Children, when you want a real fucking solution to your problem. Because you don't understand how many mental processes it takes for us to give you that path to follow. We lived it. That's why you come to us. We've seen it. We know it. That's why you come to us. But don't waste our time. You just want someone to vent to. If you just want someone to vent to, go see a therapist. Go see a coach. Go see, and you can see spiritual people, not a problem. But you let us know, I just want to vent. And you give us the choice to say, no, that's not what I'm here for. You need to go see a therapist to do that. You come see me when you want the answer. Because that's just how some of us are. And we have the right to be that way. Okay? Think of it again. Understand. We go through what you go through so we can teach you and help you. Some of us didn't need to go through what the fuck we had to go through. We just went through it for you. So hell yeah, we're going to sit up and be like this. We're not going to let you waste our time. We're not going to let you waste yours. Do you understand? And again, I'm not saying don't vent. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're going to share the story, make sure you are ready to do the work of the story you're sharing. You dig? Okay. I love you. I want you to be healed. I want you to find your answers. And I want you to do the work so you are dependent upon you in spirit, not us. The answer's with you. We just help you see it. You got it? All right. Now, to those who are doing the work. No, sorry. This is for those, I said two, right? Those victims and those doing the work. Okay. During this time, you're being called to do the fucking work. Now, some of you may be saying, I did do the work. Let me explain. We just had a Gemini moon. And some of us, our mouths are loosed. You will notice there's a change in you. You feel darker. You feel more feisty. You feel more like, I will whoop your ass if you come at me wrong. That's this moon. That's Mercury being direct. That's Saturn being direct. Okay, let's not bluff it. Okay? And that's okay. You must balance it. Now, I said that in another talk, but those of you that help, you don't know every fucking thing. We don't know every fucking thing. Okay? Mind your ego. Just because you know. Mind your ego. Mind your... Okay. There's knowing what we know. You need to understand you don't know shit. Because you channel the information that has always been around. Nothing new. Everything that has been and will be already exists. You were just fortunate enough to join the frequency where you could channel the information into you and help others because it's the contract you have. That doesn't make you special. That makes you having a contract. You understand? I'm saying this out of love because some of y'all egos is out of this world and in the way. So you don't know shit. Now, some of you are going to be like, what do you mean? I went through this and learned this and I do know. I know spirit and I know you don't know shit because you channel. You know what you live through your fucking contract. You don't know what every motherfucking person goes through out there because you're not to help every motherfucking person. You know the people that you're supposed to help. So you know those experiences. You don't know everything. You have access to everything. But when your ego gets in the way, that access gets limited more and more. Stay fucking humble. Stay merciful and stay grateful. Oh, you thought carrying our gift afforded us to act like we're better. No. Do you understand how? No. Do you understand what chosen means? Do you know what that means? You were chosen to carry the word. You were chosen to carry the truth of the word. You were chosen to teach it. Some of you, not all of you, are qualified. So that means real chosens, if you're real chosen, you walk through hell to get here. And you're still here. You walk through your hell and the hell that was put upon your back. Your body may be broken. You may feel worn. You're fortified, but you got scars. That's a chosen. A chosen is not brand spanking new. All of light and no scratches. That's not a fucking chosen. That's a wannabe. You can't teach if you didn't walk through it. Some drug dealer and some drug user somewhere had to turn their life around and become that counselor. And I guarantee you they're more successful than the ones who learned the shit in a goddamn book in a university. Because they never lived it. They don't know. They know theory. They don't know practice. Do you understand? You don't know shit. You know your corner that you've been shown, that you've been given. And when you want to expand, you will be shown more. But be real. What we teach has been around for eons. Way before us. We didn't fucking invent it. It's been there. Now this message is for those specifically who feel they're so special because of what they're able to do, that they're above people. No. Because you have those that are super humble, that are above you, and know way more than you. Because they have to. Let me explain why I'm saying this. Let me get to the point. The point I'm trying to make is that there are different type of healers and seers and magicians and psychics and shit like that. There are different types. The intention from which you're walking means everything. Whoever tells you intention doesn't mean anything is a motherfucking liar. Yes, it does. A lot of your judgment is based on your intention. And we can see it. So, I'm saying this because there are traps all around for the chosen that are not by dark forces, and that are. But a big one that's happening now is ego. That's a big one. That's the biggest one that knocks chosens down back to karmic. And some of you are failing the test. You really thought we're not going to be tested more because we've ascended. That's so cute. No, you're tested even more so to keep you in balance. And some of you are screwing it up. And some of you are screwing up what we're trying to do. So I'm calling you out. I'm not calling you out by name. I don't have to. If you have a tinge or an inkling or you get mad, you know. You may be moving in that direction. I'm saying this with love. Why? Because we have a job to do. And we don't need to have to go against our own chosen. But we will. And we will remove you if you're fake. And there's a lot of fake chosens. A real chosen does the walk of a victim but realizes they're not a victim and changes it. And then teaches others. They don't stop at themselves. They pick it up and teach others. That's the other part. It ain't just for you. And let me have you also understand something. You do understand that every lower vibrational being that ascends becomes the new baseline. So if you have a being, say like if you had a devil, they decided to be good and started doing good works. You do understand the first shall be last and the last shall be first, right? They were the darkest and the lowest, and they rose up. This is an example. You're judged against that. Here comes a chosen who thinks they're more, acting like a fucking devil, but perpetrating like they're a chosen. Who the hell you think is going to look better? The fucking devil that ascended up. They set the bar for you to reach. Do you understand what that means? Spiritual beings come to this plane all the time and change that bar. But there's a spiritual being who came here, lived as you, and set that bar fucking high. And a lot of us are missing that mark. It's not about going to fucking heaven. It's about knowing who you really are, remembering who you really are, getting on your path to do your job and your work that you signed up to do before you came back, and balancing the whole while in love. Dark beings turn to love all the time, as chosens and other light beings turn to dark all the time. This is a warning to check yourself, because you'll end up karmic before you even fucking know it, and then you don't get your blessings, and they go to who? Those that it wasn't supposed to go to, because you were an ego. Because you learned your lesson, you turned it around, but you took a step further and you thought you were better than the ones that did you wrong. You're not better. As long as that parable of the prodigal son exists, you're not better just because you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're not considered better. And you're not considered better than the victim just because you know or you're channeling information in to know. Because we don't always know until we start talking. And then that information will flow in, channeled in, right? Works with us. And then our understanding breaks it down for that person. It is a symbiotic relationship between us and the spiritual realm. We have an understanding. So where the fuck does the ego live if we have an understanding that it doesn't all come from us? But it does. In the aspect of, that's where spirit is. It comes from the place where you just start flowing and you're just talking and your brain ain't even on because it ain't you. It's you, but it ain't you. It's your higher you. And notice the higher you cannot come out if you're an ego. So check thyself. You are still doing the work of the victim because you have to stay in balance. And we have many we have to help. And some of you go through situations to help who's coming into you, into your energy field. Some of us get jobs just to fix that fucking business. And if they don't listen, it goes down. You know when you're a catalyst for everybody. And those are the people everyone loves to hate because they don't want to see themselves. Oh, I understand, because that's me. I understand. But we're strong enough to take it. We're strong enough to carry that pain. Does it suck? Fuck yeah, it sucks. But that's our job. And we forgot. So everything happens to us so we can remember. Not only teach someone else, but so we can remember what our job is. You are the property of love. Everyone is. You are the property of love. The one thing that crosses all multiverses, and dimensions. Oh, you don't want me to say that, huh? Too bad. Love is the one thing that crosses every fucking portal that you cannot stop. In any time. It just is. Like time and space. You are the property of love. The very thing a lot of us sit up and blame. You do its work. If Jesus did its work, you do its work. And it's your responsibility to understand it and learn it totally, or as much as you can. That's part of your job, chosen, is to know and understand and use love and live the love of yourself. Because when you live the love of yourself, it's not selfishness. You see it in everyone else. You love that enemy. You have compassion for that boss that doesn't understand what fucking compassion is. And you teach them. Chosen, you're chosen because you teach everyone around you. Do you understand? So if you're walking around here with a pimp's cape and a cane, because you are chosen, you got the wrong fucking idea for chosen then. Chosen is sacrifice, love. Chosen is doing. Chosen is working. Chosen is suffering and coming out of that suffering. Chosen is pain and coming out of that pain and rising up. Chosen is a love warrior and all that includes. Do you know what a warrior is? You know what a soldier is? Go ask a vet what a soldier really is. And you will understand that that's what it means to be a chosen. And a starseed and an indigo child and all the rest. That's what it means. It's not a glory. And you wouldn't receive your glory here anyway, because you're not to receive glory. Not the way you think, human. No, it's different. It's love. You understand? So to wrap this up, I'm not browbeating anyone. No, that's not the purpose of this talk. The purpose of this talk is to keep you balanced and for you to find and be you, an authenticity of you and your job here. Stay. Your homework, chosens and those here to help other people, is to continue the love of you. Continue to compassion, to understand it. Share and love and continue to love your enemy to the best ability that you can, that you're working through, because I understand. But it is also understanding you are a vessel in which the knowledge and wisdom flows through you. And that is a huge responsibility. And we cannot mess that up with our own ego, messing up our psychology and our mental faculties. We are to be balanced and neutral like source. We are to love, right? And we get angry. But we're to be balanced and neutral like source. That's where we can observe everything and see everything. You can't do it if you're just on the light side, and you can't do it if you're just on the dark side. You got to be in the middle path to see it all and discern. We help. We serve. There's no ego in that. Likewise, though, chosens, you are not to let anyone disrespect your path. You are to stick up for it. You are to have them respect it. And if they can't respect it, you walk on. You are not to be used. You are not to be mistreated. Do you understand? You are not to let them use you to have your boundaries. You have a job to do. And we need you to do your job. But to do this job, you must be centered. Your chakras and meridians must be right. Your frequency needs to be right in the moment for whatever it is you're doing and the work you're doing. You are responsible because you know. So you're responsible for balancing that temple and keeping it pristine. Those of us that got ailments and we walk hard, like, honey, I know you got the potty pains and you got the disability because shit has been done to you. Imagine, I know. But in this new season, listen to me. In this new season, make your health a priority. Make healing your temple a priority because, baby, you are needed now more than ever. And I need your ego in check because we are going to be busy. You are getting your blessings. You have asked for your abundance, but along with that, it is used for the good of everybody else. Our job is about to turn up, and I need you ready for your job. Do you understand? My Father needs you ready to be that love warrior. So if you ain't there yet, get there. If you need help, ask. Ask. But to walk your path, you must be whole. You must be one with everything in you. And learning how to use everything in you. Do you understand? You are called, and it is time. You asked, we are answering. You wanted more, we're giving. But in return, we demand you and your authenticity. We demand you to use your love. You want from us, and we're going to give to you, you better give to them. Do you understand? That is your channeled message. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please ask me what I meant. I do want to say this. Thank you for having the courage to listen, even if it was rough. I appreciate you. It's always rough, even for me to hear, when my Father has something to say, or Spirit has something to say, and I don't want to hear it. Even I still fall into victimhood of certain things that hurt me deeply, but I pull my ass out. I refuse to be a victim. I want you to understand you are supported and you are loved and you have people you can go to and talk to. Please do, but for the sake of your sanity, find an answer and do the work. Do you understand? Invest in the love of you to find it. This year, as this year ends and this new year comes, invest in your star player. Invest in you. You're the business. Because without your psychology being corrected and healed, you're going to have another unsuccessful year. And you're going to have many ups and downs. And these alignments are not playing. They're cleaning shit out for you. They're moving for you. And when the universe does that, you're responsible. You're responsible. You understand me? You're responsible. My loves. I wish I could articulate better how important you are. You're not to be an ego. Okay? You're just to have a quiet knowing that you're important. That's all. And that no one can do it like you. Because they can't. You understand? They can't. And you're one of a kind. But so is the rest of us. that's not cloned. All right, my loves. Okay, I just had to make sure that was all. I hope this helped. Again, if you were highly triggered, I am not a therapist. I am a coach, but I am not a therapist. I am an ordained minister. Even with my dirty mouth, yes, I am. But I will be 100% me every time. And I can give spiritual advice, which I do. See someone if you can't get out of your trap you keep yourself in. Please see a coach or a therapist or a psychologist or somebody that can help you get rid of the script and help you come up with a plan to change it. Okay? Please see someone. Do not, please do not think you can't change it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And sometimes, and this is the hard part for both chosen and victims and karmics and shit, sometimes it brings us to us just so we will. I have a beautiful friend who's a sister who keeps getting the same thing happening to her because it needs her to stand up. Her to stand up. No one else. And life will do that. It will keep throwing you the same fucking monkey wrench at a different place until you stand up and do it yourself. But you actually fight. And you're being called to fight for you at this time. It is, man, it's so much. If I could keep talking, this message would be 2, 3, 4 hours long. There's so much pushing against you right now. You better get up and push back. You better not lay down. You understand me? You better not lay down. You better get up. And you better tell them, I warned you. Now you get it. This is not the time to sit down and let shit run over you. No, it's not. This is the time you fight. You don't go into this new year bringing and dragging that shit. You cut it off. And I mean, you stand 10 toes down cutting that off. And you tell them, and you will not in my energy, in my space. I swear I'll cut it. Cut those cords. And you cut them in love, but you cut them in discernment. And you be fierce in that love like Kali Ma. You be fierce. That's divine vengeance. That's different from vengeance. You're old, but you're no victim. You're a warrior. And my father wants all his warriors standing attention and ready. And so I'm helping you get ready. Do you understand? Get ready, because it's about to get real. You really think they're going to give you your blessings and your abundance and there ain't going to be a fight attached? You're funny. You really think they're going to let you walk in and take your shit that they've been holding on to and harboring for years? Oh, you're funny. You're funny if you think you can walk in and fight and you didn't fortify yourself to be able to fight and you don't have that can of fucking open and you don't have that can of I'm tired of this shit. No, love. That's why they need you in victimhood, so you don't. And that's why I'm trying to wake you up out of it, so you do. You understand? Them stealing our energy and stealing our shit and that's over. But some of us can't fight alone. We need the rest to fight. We need the rest of you to be tired of it. We need the rest of you to love yourself so much. You looking up at what you trying to do to me. And you looking right in their face. And they trying to lie and laugh. No, do you see me laughing? That's someone ready. Didn't say nothing else. Just ready to go. That's how you need to be, ready to go. In love for yourself and what you protect. They will not back off. So we destroy them in love. So they will. Notice I didn't say fight them. If someone doesn't stop or something doesn't stop, then you destroy, like Kalima, because she has a reason to destroy. It's not for no reason. No, it's for self-preservation and self-love. You're fighting for yourself and things and those you love. You really gonna lay down? And okay, put it this way. If it was physically in front of you, if this spiritual piece was in front of you physically, would you still sit down and not fight? If you saw someone you loved spiritually attacked in front of you, and I know some of you have, and now you got the skills and the tools to fight, you gonna still let them be tortured in front of you? No, you ain't. You gonna fucking fight. Same thing. You better stand up for you and what you love and protect, because you were fortified to do so. So it is expected of you. You dig? And you're strong enough. You got this. That's what I need you to know. You got this. Even those of you walking as victims, you got this. You just don't believe it and see it. But you got this. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep you in victim space, or you wouldn't keep yourself there. You wouldn't believe it. The only problem is you're believing the victim space. But they keep you there so you can't see what they've been doing. Get out so you can see what they've been doing to you. And you fight. I'm not asking you to sit up and harm someone else or yourself. Please don't. But some of your altercations may become physical, just as a warning. Okay? Don't harm anyone or yourself unintentionally. Don't do that. There's no point or reason for that. You are simply protecting yourself and what you love. You can stand up and fight for that. And you will know how you're supposed to. All right, my loves, I love you so much. I do. You have so much potential. If we could just get you past the illusion so you can see it for yourself, then your world changes. All right, my loves, I love you. You take care now. Namaste.